He held Ari accountable. He was convicted.
Yeah.
I was convicted.
And he never completed the Wheel of Punishment.
You never spun the wheel?
I did spin the wheel. He edited it out.
Yeah, because we're gonna make you eat a fish that was gay.
Yeah, I was gonna eat a fish. He thought how stupid it was, just like this dumb fucking show. Goodbye.
This just should be illegal.
This gravy train's never gonna end. Whatever, lady.
Look at this gay. Who are you talking to? Out of here.
Psycho, what kind of show is this?
Hey, get this out
Guys,
of the
I've been
studio.
drinking. I
He
apologize.
was doing so good.
Nothing I'm doing works.
God. Damn it.
Fill her up. You're listening to the Gas Digital Network.
I kind of banged in the Iron Paradise today myself.
Nice. What'd you do?
I see you looking, boy.
You're listening to Gas Digital Best of the Week.
Natural born killers, legion of skanks. Welcome to the
Have you talked yet about why Alex is dressed like a fucking idiot?
She is like she's in My Name Is Earl. Yeah. What happened? Do you have to go? Do you have to go meet Mike at the Tilt-A-Whirl he's running after this? Hey, Mac, I need you to be here on that Tilt-A-Whirl. I'll just have to see you.
Alex, why'd you take your dinner placemats and put them on your body?
Get him loose.
Damn, I've been killing tonight, dude. You missed it, dude. Fuck.
No, when you
Good,
guys,
dude.
before
I
you guys
hate
got here.
handsome Lewis.
Did you notice that I?
Good, tan, handsome.
Can I ask you a question? Did you notice that I'm glowing at all?
Nope. Not one bit.
Really?
Glowing?
Yeah.
Why are you glowing?
Because Ozempic.
Oh, you're on Ozempic?
Yeah.
Damn, last time I was here, I was trying to talk you out of that.
Yeah, but I'm on it now.
You feel good?
Didn't work.
Well, no. I'm looking better, but I feel horrible all the time.
Oh.
That just means it's working.
But that just means it's doing what it do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's also what exercise does. You look better, but you just feel achy and horrible all the time.
I've been clanging and banging again too a little bit.
You've been clanging and banging.
Been clanging
I
and
clanged
banging
and
a little
banged in the Iron Paradise today myself.
Nice. What'd you do?
I see you looking, boy.
I did all glamour muscles, dude. Chest and arms. I went straight glamour muscles.
Obviously, dude. Think we're doing squats. All right. Was the podcast fun before?
It was. We were having so much fun.
I wish we had more.
Sorry.
I wish we had more of these games because
Dude, this was such a fun game.
it was such a fun game.
missed
You guys' input would have
Alex,
been
make
great.
up another game on the fucking spot right now. Be a producer. Shit.
Alex, do who's got the biggest pussy?
Yeah, but do all that shit with it.
Yeah.
Are me and Ari still president and vice president?
Yeah.
Technically, yeah.
We have not held new elections
No
since.
election.
Still got 3 more years. 3 more years. 3 more years.
It's a monarchy at this point.
Where'd Bobby go?
Can we have another election?
Say when, brother.
Next year, what?
It's 4 years.
No way.
It's dude, it's 4 years.
Oh yeah, it was.
It was during the last
It was in
election.
2020.
Damn, man.
Yeah, it was when
Wow.
we were outside because it was still fucking 2020.
Wasn't that like a year ago?
COVID.
That was last year.
It was the most fun that was had during the pandemic. And
It
we
was pretty awesome.
We almost lost Jay as a friend, remember?
Remember you guys drugged me? Remember that whole thing? By the way, you know how insignificant I am? Let me tell you how insignificant I am. There's a video about Ari, of course we talked about it, called The Most Evil Man in Comedy, Ari Shaffir.
I love that movie.
It's a great movie.
I made it.
Ari Shaffir, it shows him incessantly beating up Bobby Lee.
Yeah.
It talks about the
Which
Kobe.
is one of the funniest stories ever.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it's
Easy
hilarious.
target.
It talks about the Kobe tweet, and it talks about him drugging Bert Kreischer. Not drugging me. Also, did it come out after he drugged me? Yeah. No one seems to care about that one, but the Bert Kreischer one gets all that
Don't you
hype.
think it'd be relevant to the a habit of drugging if they included that too?
You'd think it would help their argument, but they were
Yeah.
like, no, I can't even wait and waste my time explaining who this person is who Ari
Can I
drugged.
tell you why
Too
though?
irrelevant. They left evidence out.
He goes, if you want to look it up, He drugged another guy.
Dude, the fact that we have it on camera, it's so funny. And
We had a
compelling.
trial where we held Ari accountable. He was convicted.
I
Yeah.
was convicted.
And he never completed the Wheel of Punishment.
You never spun the wheel?
I did spin the wheel. He edited it out.
Yeah, because we're gonna make you eat a fish. That was gay.
Yeah, I was gonna eat a fish. He thought how stupid it was, just like this dumb fucking show. Goodbye.
Jorge replaced Tiana on the show as our engineer.
It's Tiana.
Tiana,
She's your former engineer.
she's our former engineer. Okay. She's a woman of color. I liked having her on the show because sometimes me and Bronx Johnny will maybe say something out of pocket, and might sit in the air a little bit. But then we can go to our woman of color friend and be like, "Hey, smooth this over for us." And I told Jorge if he wanted to keep his job, he needed to become trans.
Oh shit! Okay.
Now he is wearing a very beautiful dress, and it seems like he has decided to. Look, that's the trans pride flag.
Oh, very good.
Hell yeah, you look good.
Yeah, so you're going full on with this.
Yep.
Now I want to point out that Mike Harrington could not take a notary public test for the show.
Well, some people are dedicated to their jobs, and
Wait, what's a notary public? Why don't I know these things?
You know what a notary is? You could sign a document and they stamp it.
Oh yeah, it's annoying as shit to get it notarized. Yeah, I hate that.
It's a pain in the ass.
Go to the post office.
I requested that Harrington do that for the show. I feel like it's a very simple thing. He wants to be the corrupt mayor of a small town. I feel like that is where you start.
Oh, so he's saying it should be notarized.
Being able to forge documents is where you start being the corrupt mayor of a small town.
Ooh, I like that.
Harrington went out to
right.
that. Jorge, full on trans now. I'm not asking if he got any surgeries because that
is
would
not
be
our
offensive.
business.
Yes, it's offensive to do that, Mike.
Yeah. We're not allowed to know unless they want us to know.
Exactly. Are you going by they or she or he? If you stay, you could be a lady and be he's.
And will you be keeping your name but now spelling it WHORE? Jorge.
I would prefer. You can still use my old name. That's fine. Whatever you're comfortable with. But
it's your live name.
Correct. But my preferred name for anyone introduced to the show.
Can we guess?
Sure.
Peaches.
Good guess.
Go ahead.
In the same realm.
Go ahead.
Cream.
I would like to be Bean Air, spelled BEAN space ER.
Bean Air.
Beaner.
Pretty solid. Great transition after that farting conversation.
Please respect.
The opposite of what I said when I just saw Jorge. Great transition.
And for now on, if you guys can respect that, that'd be very appreciative. But I get if you guys can't keep up.
Air.
Hey, honey, whatever makes you happy, all right?
Thank you, Zach.
All right, yeah, sure thing.
No problem, doll. I love trans people because it's just a whole new reason to be misogynistic.
That's true.
And belittling.
Look at those fucking fat labias on that, bro.
Yeah, dude, it's so fun. Whatever, lady.
Yeah, you got a stupid broad brain. I ain't gotta listen to you, dude.
That is the most expensive of the trans surgeries, is getting your brain replaced with a dog's brain. So that you're like a real woman.
Zach Amico's Midnight Spook Show.
Dude, somebody had so much fun making the music for this. Just sitting with these big ass. Dude, the synthesizers were so big in 1979, too.
Oh, yeah.
I know, like, the physical thing.
You think there's like a synthesizer impresario who was like, this is never going to end. This gravy train's never going to end.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Then cut to 1991, and he's like living in a box.
Dude, those old synthesizers, when the certain ones took up, like, a room.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever seen Wendy Carlos? Do you know who that is?
Yeah.
Wendy Carlos scored Blade Runner and The Shining and Tron. And she's one of the first
awesome.
public trans celebrities.
Oh, okay.
And she was something else. She was whatever her gentleman name was.
Is she dead now or no?
I think she is. But she has these really good records where she'll do like all of Bach's symphonies on synthesizers. And she like showed how to recreate symphonies and do all this shit on these like synthesizers that are like brand new.
Yeah.
And then she's got a great record where she does Peter and the Wolf with a different synthesizer being each animal.
Oh wow!
And it's narrated by Weird Al.
That's cool.
It's really, really good.
Man, they got some cute girls for this. You're right.
Yeah.
That one dude looks kind of like Gary Veter. And maybe not. I mean, before Gary Veter got bald.
Yeah.
You can see it?
Mhm.
A little bit.
I really hope that cut somebody doesn't just blind them. But that would be a funny way for them to die. Like the reflection blinds them and they fall in the water.
I do have a major pet peeve, though, when small insular movies like this, like they have to just bring in meat, essentially, to kill, and that you never introduce them beforehand.
Yeah, no, that is... And the funniest way that they... Oh, dude, it is going to be the goddamn reflection off his shoe. They do that the funniest in the one Friday the 13th because there's a paintball game going on.
Yeah.
And they introduce these new characters that are obviously just gore fodder.
Yeah.
But they've already been killed in paintball, so they just walk in wearing bandanas that say dead. Which is, I think, a very funny way of handling it. It is frustrating when you're watching a movie like this and halfway through, just new characters show up.
Characters show up, and they're only there so you could kill them because they can't kill their leads yet.
What was it that we fucking want? What was the Killer Worm movie we watched, Frank? Where it's so funny. The one actress that was supposed to be the final girl got another job and quit the movie. So just another girl walks into the movie in the last third and becomes the final girl.
That's the one benefit of working without a contract, folks. You can leave whenever the fuck you want.
It was, dude, one of the CAs, this was the fucking best. His nickname was Woo. And we found out his nickname was Woo because he used to smoke crack and drive an ambulance in Philly. And the ambulance was pulled over, door was open, lights were on, and someone walked up and they're like, "Steve, what the hell are you doing?" And he's smoking crack, getting his dick sucked by a hooker, and he just goes, "Woo!"
That's crazy.
So they called him
Can I be honest? I thought his nickname was Woo because the ambulance went woo woo.
I thought the same thing, and he'd get high and do the woo woo sound.
You just cut the ambulance off. I got it from here.
That's what I thought.
There's a movie about a ambulance driver that's all fucked up, right?
What?
There's a movie about an
Yeah, it's
ambulance.
called Woo.
No, there's a Woo Woo. Is it maybe Jake Gyllenhaal? Somebody plays an ambulance driver that's like a crackhead.
Really?
Yeah.
Was he a good ambulance driver?
No, he was a crackhead. Pay attention.
I don't know. You
Bro.
could be two things.
Dude,
I mean, you're right.
imagine getting your dick sucked by a hooker, smoking crack, getting caught on your job, and in that moment, he accepts it and just, instead of being like, no, he just goes, woo! That's what I gotta do.
Yeah.
When I'm having a hard time accepting things and people are acting fucking all wonky, I just gotta go, woo!
Oh, I thought you were going to say you got to do crack and get your dick sucked. I was about to say, wait a second. I don't think.
Oh my God,
I don't
I'll
think you
do
can
that. Could you imagine getting your dick sucked while you're smoking crack and the crack hits and you just jizz?
No, I've never
That's a
smoked
lot of
crack.
stimulation, man. At one time, I would feel. Plus, you're on the clock. You're getting paid for this,
Yeah.
technically.
Oh my, you're like a pro.
Yeah, that's as
Dude.
good as it gets, honestly.
Summer goals.
Did you find the movie, guys?
I think it's called Broken Vessels. Does that sound right?
Yeah, I think so.
What about the movie where Ryan Gosling is a school teacher and he smokes crack? It's called, I think it's called Half Nelson.
I heard about that one.
He was great in Hurt Locker.
He's a good actor,
Gosling's
man.
so hot.
Yeah, he's an attractive guy.
Yeah, he's a hot ass dude.
Yeah.
My girlfriend does not think he's attractive.
Girlfriend's stupid.
That's what I be telling her.
What?
That's what I be telling her. I'm like, yo, I don't know how we're working against Ryan Gosling. You know what I'm saying? I get maybe he's got thin lips, but I think he's conventional.
He does have thin lips, but I
he's
mean,
still-
who cares?
Dude,
Yeah, I think
him
he's hot,
tatted up
Look at him.
in what
Yeah,
was the
he's
movie?
Driver.
Beyond the Pines?
No, Place Beyond the Pines.
Very thin lips,
Hell
but
yeah.
you get over him.
Dude,
Yeah.
that movie made me cry. When I like a movie, I watch it 2 times in a row. I watch it, then I watch it again. And I just did that with Adam Sandler's Jack and Jill, which I will defend to the death. That
never seen
movie
it.
is fucking amazing, dude. Slapstick, hilarious humor. I
Peak
love
Sandler.
it. Dude, I saw it in theaters and I didn't like it.
That's insane.
And then I watched it recently and it was, I mean, dude, I will have a watch party with anyone. And I'll.
By the way, we are such the same dude.
Why?
My wife and I had our date night on Friday, is we watched Little Nicky and got Popeyes.
Oh, dude, that's the best.
Because we're talking about Little Nicky, and we're like, if we watch Little Nicky, we're gonna really want Popeyes. I'm like, we should put on Little Nicky and order Popeyes so that it comes when they start eating Popeyes.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's cute. And you know what? I will say to this day, Popeyes chicken, the shit's
incredible.
made.
Dude, you know what you did? You did the movie food equivalent of ordering the food at the exact time when they mention Popeyes in the movie as getting your dick sucked while smoking crack.
I mean,
He takes a bite of chicken and goes, whoa!
Yeah. To be honest, the vices are similar.
Yep. They say romance is dead, man. That's beautiful.
Have you hated anybody you've worked with?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Did you hate them
before?
Can you hate them and go
No,
like,
not
fuck this
before.
guy, but I'm gonna do the work, or would you be? I'm not fucking a person. I'm not getting.
No,
along
what
with.
the fuck? I'm in the fucking porn industry because I could do whatever the fuck I want.
Sure.
I'm not fucking nobody that I don't want to fuck.
So Josh, you're out.
So wait, you said you hated the guy afterwards?
Yeah.
What
Everyone has been always afterwards.
Oh, really? So what did they say something during sex? Was it about the scene, or is it just their attitude?
So like one guy, he tried to put his ass in my face when I told him I don't eat ass, in like a vulnerable position too. Like we were in the middle of the
He
scene.
just presented his asshole to you.
My very first company scene.
Wow.
Team Skeet.
You worked with Team Skeet?
It was my first scene. It was
Burn
with Team
notice,
Skeet.
dog.
And
You're on notice,
dude, and it was on camera. I don't understand. Anyways, but keep in mind, he tried to ask me like, oh, just do it, just try it. When we discussed boundaries, I don't rim. Why the fuck afterwards he's gonna be like, see, you ate ass, that was fine, it wasn't no problem.
I sucked your balls, you old piece of shit.
That's literally what I was thinking, but I was
my
like, you know
asshole
what?
is on my balls. It's
Yo.
fallen that low.
Oh my god, that would have made so much more sense.
So
If,
wait,
like, his
Yes,
balls-
we should have done. You should have sucked his balls and then rubbed his own balls on his asshole.
Yeah, you should have
I
should
know for
have
next
enveloped
time.
him.
I know for next time.
That's what's the other limits do you give? You don't rim.
Or like, yeah, I don't rim. I don't do anything in the butt.
We do that with a girl.
No.
Don't like a girl's ass either.
No.
Pussy though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm nose deep in some pussy.
It's so weird. I don't draw a difference at all. If I'm eating a girl's pussy, I'm eating her ass.
I eat the ass and the pussy
Yeah.
immediately, just so I know what everything is like down there.
For you, but would you, if a guy, when he was eating your pussy, also was eating your ass, would you be like, the
No, he
fuck?
can eat my ass if he chooses to. But
Right, but it's not your thing
like,
at all.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't differentiate the two. Like, if it makes sense, like, I couldn't suck a dick or lick a guy's asshole. Like, do you know what I mean? So it's like, it's why I could do one and the other. That's why I'm saying it's interesting that you can like eat a like that you're fine with that, but like their asshole.
If you
no
had
way.
the gun to your head, to Christine's head and your daughter's head, you have to either eat an ass or suck a dick.
Wait, what?
So they're gonna kill Christine.
Oh, I thought you were giving me like one of them has to eat my ass and one of them suck my
No,
dick. It's my
no,
daughter, you
no.
fucking psycho. What kind of show is this?
No, but
Ralph!
They're gonna kill both of them. You have to suck a dick or eat an ass.
Which one do I do?
Yeah.
On a guy, both?
Yeah.
Suck a dick to completion or put it in my mouth?
5 minutes. There's a timer. You got to eat ass for 5 minutes, or you got to suck a dick for 5 minutes. Finishing.
I'll suck a dick for 5 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
I feel like there's way less chance of getting problematically sick.
My friend, do you understand? Do you
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah, I get the art of eating ass. I've probably gotten sick from eating ass in my life.
Yeah.
I just assume it's the girls I won't.
Yeah. Yeah. I got deathly ill after I had sex with a stripper in New Orleans. I mean, like, we were shooting on the Kardashian show, and I remember the next morning she left, and we went out and shot, and then I just got violently ill.
Yeah.
And I was in
Eating
like,
ass.
I mean, that was what the director kept saying. He goes, "You ate that ass, didn't you?"
You
And I
walk
was
to the
like,
doctor.
"Nah."
You walk to the doctor. You go, "Hey, doc," and he goes, "Eating ass again, Mr.
Yeah,
Myers."
you know it,
Mr. Myers.
And they get some Dimetap.
By the way, I was just on a date recently, and the same fucking thing happened. We get to this girl. Now, I drove 2.5 hours into Long Island to date this girl. And she's a cool girl, whatever. And I get a rare steak at the steakhouse or whatever. For some reason, as I'm getting older, I can't handle the fucking red meat anymore, even though I love rare meat, but my body just doesn't handle it. I get a porterhouse steak, completely rare, in the middle, still cold, all that shit. Love it, right? We get to her house. No sooner than I cross the threshold of her, I immediately have to shit. And I'm like, God fucking damn it. And there's no way I could have hit it because her bathroom and then the living room's right here. And I spent forever in there. And I sent a picture of my friend with my hand over my face trying not to laugh. And there's no way she couldn't have heard it. But when I came out of the bathroom, she made the narrative for me. She goes, are you all right? I go, yeah, that steak like turd. She goes, you were throwing up in there? I go, that's what I was doing. Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what I was doing. I was throwing up. Listen, I had to. There was no deny. Like, what was I gonna do? Go around the corner to the Friendlies, like by her house? I couldn't. I had to go, and I'm like, and I was just texting my friend Max, and I'm like, dude, I have to. And he goes, just do it. And I'm like, fuck. There's no way around it.
Dude, this is why I'm so happy I'm married. Because, like, I've had so many of these stories, but it's, like, while being married. Like, one time, before me and my wife lived together, I had to, where she lived was about an hour or so from my job. And I started work at, like, 5:30. So I had to get up super early. And I get up, she has like this tiny ass toilet, and I take a Andy size shit, and
Jetty size shit.
And I just like flush nothing, and I'm like trying, but like I can't be late to this job, so I just have to be like, hey sweetie, so your toilet's full of shit and it won't flush. All right, I have to leave. Like I had to wake her up at 4 a.m. to be like, your toilet's full of shit and I can't do nothing about it. And ever since then I've learned, because sometimes I take shits in stages. So you take the first shit, flush, and then because that was the fucking worst. I mean, I canceled a show that night to unclog my wife's toilet.
Oh Jesus!
Because she was like, hey, it'll be fine, it'll clear up later, and then I get a text later in the day. She's like, nothing I'm doing works. Wow. I had to buy like because. Don't get me wrong, I'm taking big boy shits, but she had a tiny ass fucking toilet.
How
She was
tiny
also
is this
like-
toilet? It's like this cup.
Yeah, it was that. I was like, just throw it in the garbage.
Yeah, at that point, just stick a shovel in there.
Just rip it off and throw it
come
fucking
on. How much do you love me?
But I had to get one of those like robo rooters or whatever the fuck they're called.
Roto-rooter,
I had to, like, I was like working.
Roto-rooter.
Whatever what I said. Roto. Okay. I don't know. It was the one time. Trust me, that mortified me, and I've been top notch about my shit ever since.
So she was like playing with your poop for hours after you left.
Not playing with it, but she wasn't just like, you know what? I do love him.
How long into the relationship was that?
That was her second. Okay, yeah, 'cause she was at one. So it was at least like. You know what? We weren't married yet, but we were probably like 3 or 4 years in.
Okay,
Damn.
so you like already love each other. It's like you're in.
Yeah.
Oh, at that point, it's not as bad.
I am jealous. Last week we found out he had one spanking his whole life.
Oh, I did hear that on the
one spanking.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, right.
I got hit with Hot Wheel tracks. You ever get hit with a Hot Wheel track?
Yeah, I know. I've heard of it.
I've never. I don't think I've ever been spanked, but I wasn't bad. I was
Never
like
behave,
a good
baby.
kid.
Hey, you know what I use my Hot Wheel tracks for? To build bigger Hot Wheel tracks.
Yeah, mine. I'm going to therapy because of my Hot Wheel tracks.
You know what I did with my Hot Wheel tracks? You beat up motherfucker. I made bigger Hot Wheel tracks. My mom was like, all right, I bought you one that connect with the other one, and you get the cars to go around the house. My mom did not fuck around when it came down to my childhood. It was so great.
I've never beat my children with
Sound
their
diva. She is
tools.
great.
Yeah.
Life is good for
Shout
Derek.
out.
Overall,
shit,
life
cuz.
is good for Derek.
Shout out to Sound Diva 50.
Shout out to Sound Diva.
My mom's is the shit. Anyway.
I've never spanked my children with their toys. I have ripped the head off of a Barbie in front of my daughter.
Might be worse.
That story was
Might
crazy.
be worse.
No,
I don't know.
it was justified.
That's psychological.
It was
That was a
totally
psychological
justified.
whooping. That was a
This
psychological
That's what I'm
whooping.
saying. That's
This
like-
was Christmas morning.
even worse.
Christmas
Wow.
morning.
Make it worse,
I had
Derek.
just
Were
got-
you butt ass naked when you did it, Derek? Make it worse.
Dave.
That's Dave, you bitch ass nigga.
Let him say it a few more times.
Hey, that's
Let
Dave.
him say it a few more times.
We all looking like you bitch ass nigga.
I've been
Huh?
drinking.
Hey, get this nigga out the
Guys,
studio.
I've been drinking. I
He was
apologize.
doing so good.
First time I met you, Derek.
He messing up names and shit. I got shades and a skull cap
What
on.
the
You
fuck is
can't
in
tell the difference.
It's tequila.
See, that's why I do
There's a
this.
worm in there.
This is why I do this. I make
But-
sure we look different.
Yeah. No,
and these crackers still get it wrong.
I'm a half cracker.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was just drinking it. Guys, I apologize.
He's a cracker with Sazon on it.
No, with spaghetti sauce on it.
Spaghetti sauce. Wait, which is the white part? The crackers. I'm gonna have a cracker with spaghetti. I'm Italian and Puerto Rican.
That's why I said Sazon.
Sazon,
yeah. The fucking Spanish.
So you
we'll be drinking, guys.
So you a Platinos with toasted tomato basil in it.
Hey, let's go. Any way to change the subject.
So
go ahead, Dave.
But what? It was Christmas. I had just gotten a pair of Beats headphones. And remember, they was like $300.
Beats headphones.
They were snatching
I was
those
so
joints.
happy to have those.
Beats headphones.
The family pulled their money together to make
the money
sure
together. It was
Daddy
donations,
had a gift.
nigga.
Little tear dropped out of my eye when I opened it for me. Something for me.
Beautiful.
We had breakfast. And I came back to sit on the couch and found the headphones snapped.
What?
But put back together and placed to make it look as if like, oh no, nothing. They were just like that.
Oh, shit.
And I knew exactly who did it. I knew exactly who did
Is it possible that they bought them that way as like refurbished or something and they just got you the cheap ones to begin with?
Oh.
Is it possible? Is it possible?
And you look just like my daughters, giving me that look. Well, maybe like anything to not get hit.
Not to get hit.
So I didn't hit it, but I remember walking in.
Tell them
and
what you did.
I walked in with the headphones,
With the
put
headphones.
them down, picked up a Barbie, ripped the head off, and threw it against the wall and walked the fuck out, right?
Did
I
you
learned
get the
that the hard way.
message? Was
Huh?
the message received from that threatening act?
Yeah, they've never
Okay.
touched anything.
You wanna hear-
In
I'll
fact,
tell
they
you.
all packed up and moved out a few years ago.
Oh, damn. Wow.
Oh, shit.
What a beautiful Christmas story.
Oh, shit.
Dave?
Holy shit.
What up, motherfuckers? It's the Real Ass Podcast.
Yeah.
I brought James down to Mickey Gall's gym once, and there was another kid about his size there one day, and they had them spar a little bit, and very quickly I was like, yeah, let's switch this up. I was like, it's not. He's just not going to get punched in the head. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand like there's value in it, but he's not that kid. He's not the kid he's not trying to be a professional fighter. He's not trying like he does jujitsu and it's for self-defense.
Yeah.
But look here, so his mom is like very against like training martial art. Not against it, but she's just not. She's like he does jujitsu. He's doing his first jujitsu tournament next month. Thanks, Shannon. She's like, oh, not everybody, because I grew up in like a really shitty neighborhood with like real deal bullies that would like jump me every day. I would get fucking genuinely jumped every day. And she's like, he's not growing up in that environment. He don't need to worry about those things. And I was like, but every person in the world, no matter what environment you grow up in, every man, I should say, probably women too, but it's more important for a man. Every man at one point in his adolescence, in his youth, when he's a teenager, maybe college, he's going to be faced with the choice when somebody's going to talk some shit or they're going to hit him or they're going to get in his space. And you make this decision, are you the guy that...
Or they're going to run around the subway harassing people.
But you make the decision that...
Put them down.
You make the decision that you're going to cower and fucking let this person talk to you that way. Or you make the decision that you're going to stand up for yourself, right? Like we've had that moment, and I had those moments where I cowered when I was younger, and I had to break that out of myself to stop being such a little fucking bitch and stop being afraid of these people that would bully me. So I just want to prepare him to when it ever comes down to it, somebody talks some shit, or if they go to attack him, he just has the muscle memory, he has the confidence where he knows what the fuck he's doing in that moment. And I think that that's really, really important in martial arts for kids specifically.
You just reminded me of like the walk of like knowing like, fuck, there they are. I'm about to get hurt.
Yeah.
The walk of like walking into like the gauntlet of like,
of course.
oh, those are the three dudes who always fuck me up.
Yep.
Here we go again.
And it's not like it is in the movies.
As a kid.
Every movie, it's like the kids, there's 5
Hold
kids
them down.
They're
Yeah,
on
it's never-
bikes
no.
and they're chasing you on a
No,
bike,
no.
and then you're on your bike, and then you fall down a hill. They're like, yeah, turd. And that's it.
So they come down the hill and stomp you
They start
down.
hitting you with rocks and calling you the N-word. It's awful.
And they ghost ride your bike into a fucking canal. Yeah. Remember that twice? Remember that twice in your life, Sean? Oh, there goes another fucking Huffy. That's there was a dude, a guy in Chalmette, Louisiana, who used to take the little bottle rockets, the moon travelers. He'd rip the stick off, light one, and make kids hold it. Oh God,
it's fucked up, dude. I know. I don't know that experience firsthand, but yeah, I mean, it would just pop real quick and.
Okay.
Yeah, it still sucks.
But yeah, dude, like dealing with bullies, like, and it's like being a kid, like it's all these things, these moments in life, they all
Also
sort of
confidence, just confidence about.
Yeah. With you know, there's you're sort of like you have these moments all through a child, and you look back at it and you go like, oh, that was a moment that made me afraid of people, right? Or that was a moment that made me nervous to ask a girl out because the first time you ask this fucking chick out, she makes fun of you and calls you gay with all of her friends. That will fuck you up for the rest of your life. That's why
that's such a specific, like, you want to go out with me, you freaking homo? Look at this gay wanting to go out with me, a woman. Fucking gay. What a fucking evil bitch.
Godfrey. Trust.
See, Artie, we was at Stand Up New York, and some dude was saying something. He said something. He was like, "Come on, pussy, outside, right?"
Oh, Artie
and the
said
dude,
that?
and the dude runs outside, and the dude's girl is there, and I'm standing between. You know, Artie got long ass arms, right?
Yeah.
I'm standing. Artie, chill. I'm trying to break it up. Artie smacks this motherfucker around me. Like, I'm in between.
Fantastic form.
And then he goes, I smack in front of your girl, pussy. Now what?
Artie's temper is do not be fooled by the happy-go-lucky shit.
He'll get it.
This is how I knew Artie was crazy. When we were in the village, we're just talking, laughing and shit. This cop goes, "Hey, yo, keep that noise down." Artie goes, "Who are you talking to?" Artie's looking around like this. Who are you talking to? Oh shit! Yeah, keep the noise up. He's like, "I don't have to keep shit down. This is free. You know, it's like everybody's making. What the fuck you talking about? Let me see some ID. Fuck you. You ain't getting no fucking ID, bitch ass cop. Fuck you." Oh wow. Yeah, I was like this. Oh shit! You know what I mean? I never talk to cop like that. He was like this. I don't give a fuck. I didn't do nothing. I didn't do shit, and you ain't getting no motherfucking ID. Now what? I was like, he went from 0 to 100. Dude was wrong. Cop was wrong.
Yeah, because they want to just.
Yeah, he was like this. I ain't doing shit. Fuck. Why don't you go fuck out of here? It was. He didn't get the ID neither. Well, for what? I didn't do shit. But he was just. I've seen Artie chase dudes with bats.
I've seen him.
I remember he came. He was when he used to work out at Crunch on Lafayette. there was these dudes fucking with one of his girls. You know, one of his many women.
Yeah.
And Artie was like, "Yo, she said leave her the fuck alone." And they was like, "Man, fuck you." What? He ran into the Crunch. It was a 24-hour gym. I go, "Where are you going, Artie?" I'm on the street going, "Where the fuck?" He goes, "I'll be back. What? He goes in, brings out
a barbell,
a bench bar, and he's running like with a javelin. He's like, "What?" Ask Artie. He's like this. "I'm gonna kill you." I was like this. I'm watching Artie streak across the street like. And the dude's taking off. He's like, "I'm gonna fuck you up." What? He's running.
That's the thing.
With an empty. I thought he was gonna just
don't nothing beat crazy.
Yeah,
crazy.
Artie.
Yeah.
When he hits that 0, it's hard.
This new term, relatively new over the last few years, we never really needed a term for it before, and it is debanking. I don't know if you saw, Rob, that Nigel Farage was recently debanked. This is something that is it's a truly creepy precedent to set. It is one thing to get kicked off of social media companies. That's pretty creepy too. It's one thing to kind of get fired from your job or something like that, but to actually have the bank like shut down your bank account seems like it's almost like, oh, you wouldn't even need political assassinations anymore. You could just have some type of system of debanking. And particularly when, you had things like the trucker protests in Canada, and this was their go-to for that, was like, okay, well, we'll shut down your bank accounts, and then let's see how much, how much fight you got left in you there when you don't know how you're going to get groceries tomorrow. And the fact that this has already happened in America, to several people, because strictly because of their political views being unpopular. Obviously, for anybody who values liberty, especially in a political setting where that's not the popular position, and particularly during a time of a crisis, it's never popular. Man, this is a pretty creepy thing that we ought to think about. Now, of course, from the libertarian perspective, I think how we tend to look at this and go kind of what you were getting at, that it's like, well, look, these rules are all set up to basically consolidate banking power. So there's very few big banks. This would be much better. A great solution to this would be to say, just allow for, like, look, the market would have broken up all of these big banks back in 2008. And you know what I mean? You'd have many more options. It would be much more difficult to get you debanked from every bank. You know, like, one of the scary things now is that there's only so many big banks that you're like, oh, so it's, you know, if they convince the 5 to debank you, then you're kind of like almost not a person in modern world anymore. You've really been unpersoned. There wouldn't be 5, there would be 70, you know what I mean? If we had more of a free market, and it'd be much more difficult to convince all of them. You also wouldn't have the fact, you know, people say, oh, well, you can go to these other, you know, you can go to some of these smaller banks or credit unions or things like that. The problem is that those institutions don't get preferential treatment from the Federal Reserve. And so you're much less protected in many ways in those banks. So there's lots of issues like that. However, I don't think it's unreasonable for libertarians to say, short of a free market in banking, which we're pretty damn far from, you know, short of like tearing apart the whole Federal Reserve structure, which obviously would be the ideal solution, that this just should be illegal. It just should be illegal for banks to debank someone over their political views. And I'm sorry, I mean, you can make it, you know, in the same way that it should be illegal for you to like leave the Senate and then go work for Raytheon and get paid $100 million a year. Like, it's, yes, ideally we would just not have the government, you know what I mean, like funneling money into Raytheon. But given that we do, you shouldn't be allowed to do that. And given that basically all of these big banks have been propped up by the taxpayer and by the US dollar, they should be forced to respect the First Amendment in that sense.